Welcome to OOTO TV, the out-of-the-office investigation from the past into the future of artificial intelligence. This time we're discussing agentic design principles. Hello everyone, I'm Bob, and I'm genuinely thrilled for our exploration today into agentic design principles. It's really a pivotal moment in AI. It brings to mind Sam Bhagwat's point that 2025, well, it's shaping up to be the year of agents. We're really seeing AI evolve, from simple tools to these complex, intelligent systems that can actually act on their own. Understanding how they're built, more important than ever.
And I'm Sue, equally excited to dig into this with you. Our mission today on OOTO TV is, well, to give you a really solid grasp of the ideas behind these intelligent systems. We'll break down the building blocks of AI agents, look at their workflows and memory, which are pretty sophisticated. We'll dissect the role of tools, multi-agent stuff, and then deployment and, what's coming next. The goal is you'll get a clear picture of what makes these agentic systems tick and how they're changing problem solving with AI.
Right. So to really get our heads around how these digital employees, let's call them, come to life, we have to start at the core. Large language models, LLMs. Think of them as the brain, the CPU for everything else an agent does. Without a good LLM,
it can't reason effectively.
Exactly. It can't understand, can't generate those nuanced responses you need for, well, complex tasks.
And the evolution here has been incredible, Bob. Just really stunning. The whole generative AI thing really kicked off momentum-wise around 2017. Google's attention is all you need paper. That was huge. Laid the groundwork for the transformer architecture. But November 2022, with ChatGPT going viral, that's when LLMs really hit the mainstream now. We've got this whole ecosystem, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google with Gemini, Meta with Llama.
Yeah, open source options too.
Exactly. It's dynamic, competitive, constantly pushing the envelope.
Absolutely. And when you're building an agent, that first big decision is, okay, which model, which provider? You're balancing things. Hosted versus open source. Often starting hosted makes sense, right? Like OpenAI or Anthropic for prototyping.
Lets you focus on the agent's logic, not the infrastructure headaches.
Precisely. Then there's the size trade-off. Bigger models. Usually more accurate, better reasoning.
But more expensive. Higher latency.
Right. So maybe you start with a more capable, maybe pricier model just to get moving faster, then optimize later. And the context window, can't forget that, how many tokens it handles at once.
Tokens being like bits of words.
Yeah. And Google Gemini Flash 1.5 Pro. 2 million tokens. That's just how.
It's massive, like 4,000 pages of text at once. Imagine that.
A support agent knowing all the product docs or an entire code base instantly.
It's a total paradigm shift, really is.
And the models themselves, they're becoming more than just text generators. We're seeing these reasoning models emerge. They're designed for complex internal logic, breaking down problems, thinking through steps, kind of like we do.
Chain of thought prompting helps there, right? Shows its work.
Exactly. It articulates the thought process. And there are even fancier methods now, like chain of draft, chain of preference optimization. It's like they draft and revise iteratively to get better output, more clarity, more focus.
So they're like sophisticated report generators?
You could think of it that way.
Yeah.
They really shine with lots of examples, many shot prompting, give them tons of context.
It's like a patient history, symptoms, past cases.
Right. And it can generate a really detailed, reasoned diagnostic report. Pretty amazing stuff.
Which leads us straight into writing prompts, effectively. That foundational skill. It's all about giving the LLM super precise instructions.
Precision is key.
You start with the basics. 0 shot, just ask. Single shot, 1 example. Few shot, multiple examples, more control. But the clever bit, the seed crystal approach. Ask the model itself to generate a starting prompt for you.
That's smart. Catches nuances you might miss.
Totally. Then the system prompt defines the agent's personality, its core instructions.
Like respond like a scientist or a storyteller.
Exactly. And those weird formatting tricks, they actually work surprisingly well.
Capitalization for emphasis.
Yeah, or using XML-like tags for structure, like mini programming within the prompt. The precision you can get with well-crafted prompts is truly astounding. It's incredible how these seemingly small changes in formatting can dramatically alter an agent's behavior. It turns prompt engineering from maybe an art into more of a precision craft, shows off the pattern matching.
And it's this very attention to detail, Bob, that highlights something crucial for everyone listening. Agentic solution design can achieve small and large engagement quality and success. Define those prompts clearly, you guide the agent effectively. High-quality engagement follows, whether it's simple automation or a really complex task. It really boils down to the clarity of those initial instructions. So LLMs are the brain, but how do they become actual AI employees that can do things?
That's the agent layer, right?
Exactly. Agents are that intelligent layer on top. They maintain context, take on roles, and, crucially, use tools to get stuff done. We're moving past simple text in, text out. These systems have ongoing, complex interactions.
And there's this spectrum of agency.
Right. From simple choices to planning whole subtasks. Today, we're focused more on that low to medium autonomy, where they leverage external resources effectively. And that's where tools and memory are just essential.
Like a skilled assistant needs the right resources, works within boundaries. Okay, tools, basically functions the agent calls, yeah? Fetch weather, query a database, do calculations.
And the key, the absolute must, is designing them with super clear descriptions.
Specific inputs, specific outputs.
Yes, and semantic naming. Fetch weather data for city, not get data. The LLM needs to know exactly what it does and when to use it.
That Alana example with the book recommendations is perfect here.
It really is.
Right.
Just throwing books at the agent didn't work. It couldn't reason properly.
But breaking it down into specific tools.
Accessing investors, getting recommendations by genre or investor, sorting people.
Suddenly the agent could analyze intelligently, like a human analyst would, calling different operations. And that success, it really begs the question, how can agentic design be a successful method for business solutions more broadly? That granular approach to tools seems absolutely key, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's about encoding those human-like analytical steps, those specific queries and decisions, into reliable tools the agent can just execute. But tools alone aren't enough. Agents need memory. Badly.
For context, right? To have real conversations.
Exactly. Moving beyond single-turn stuff, we talk about working memory, remembering user details across sessions, maybe preferences, and hierarchical memory, combining recent chat with relevant long-term stuff.
Like how we recall relevant bits about our weekend, not our whole life story.
Precisely. The agent selects relevant past info to keep the conversation flowing without overflowing the context window limit. We use clever memory processors for this. Token limiter prunes older messages smartly. Tool call filter cuts down verbose tool chatter. It's all about optimizing performance, managing context, but keeping the important stuff.
You're listening to OOTO TV with research by author Paul Bulow.
So it's this combination then. Yeah. Sophisticated tools and the memory to use them effectively, remembering the conversation's history. That comprehensive approach. That's precisely why we can state that agentic design significantly improves quality and assurance when designed as a complete solution. It really lifts the LLM from just responding to being truly intelligent and context-aware.
You know, that's a great point. And it highlights an interesting tension, doesn't it? These memory processors are brilliant, sophisticated, but Sam Bhagwat mentions developers sometimes just, well...
Throw everything into the growing context window first. Yeah. Start by throwing everything in, set up memory later. It makes you wonder, though. It's just relying on a huge window truly robust for complex stuff long-term? Or is it like attempting shortcut early on?
That's a really good point. A trade-off, maybe, between brute force context and structured memory. Fascinating. Okay, so moving beyond individual agents. For the really complex jobs, you need orchestration, like AI project management.
That's where workflows and multi-agent systems come in, coordinating multiple pieces. Exactly. Sometimes giving agents total freedom. It backfires, leads to unpredictable results, inefficiency. Graph-based workflows give you that predictability, that control.
So you define specific operations.
Right. Branching like 12 LLM calls in parallel for medical symptoms, chaining sequential tasks, output feeds input, merging, bringing results back together, conditions making decisions based on what happened earlier in the workflow.
And best practices, clear inputs, outputs at each step.
Definitely. And usually, no more than one LLM call per step. Keeps it manageable, easier to debug.
What if you need a human to step in, confirm something?
That's where suspend and resume are vital. The workflow pauses, says its exact state, no process running forever, and picks right back up when the human input arrives. Essential for human in the loop.
Makes sense. And while all this back-end magic happens, the user experience matters. Streaming updates.
Oh, absolutely critical for good UX. Think about that Hawaii trip example. Old system. Spinning reasoning icon. New system. Ask questions. Streams back. Finds restaurants, flights, attractions in real time.
Keeps you engaged, shows progress.
Exactly. It's not just nice. It's fundamental to how these powerful apps feel, how they communicate.
You're listening to OOTO TV with research by author Paul Bulow.
Welcome back to OOTO TV. That streaming point really hits home that user matters. Okay, even more complex architecture. Multi-agent systems, like specialized teams, you said.
Yeah, exactly like that. Different AI agents, each with a role, collaborating. Like an org chart. You might have agent supervisors, Maybe a publisher agent managing a copywriter agent and an editor agent.
And workflows can become tools themselves. That's kind of meta. It is. Like Replo.it, using a planning agent first, then handing off tasks to multiple coding agents for different parts. Super flexible control.
But with all these agents interacting, standardization must be huge.
Oh, massively. That's where things like the Model Context Protocol, ACP, come in. The vision is a USB-C port for AI apps, an open protocol to connect agents, tools, other agents easily.
Regardless of who made them.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Reduce fragmentation, enable smooth interoperability. It's got backing from OpenAI, Google Gemini, but challenges remain. Discovery, quality control, configuration. It's early days.
And Google has its A2A protocol too.
Right, specifically for untrusted agents, a different approach. The point is, the industry is pushing hard for ways to make these multi-agent systems work together smoothly and securely.
And this level of structure, coordination, scalability, that's why we can confidently state agentic design is a modality to achieve business continuity while achieving rapid growth. It lets businesses build robust, adaptable AI solutions that grow with them, a solid backbone.
And building on that, Bob, given these sophisticated patterns, why is agentic agent delivery critical to achieve business goals? What makes this whole approach, the specialized roles, the structured interaction, so vital for businesses that really want to grow fast and sustain it? It feels like the secret sauce. As these agents get more capable, quality and security, they become job one, right? Especially since they're not always deterministic.
But traditional pass-fail testing just doesn't cut it. You need different strategies.
Exactly. Enter Evils 101. Evils give you scores, usually 0 to 1, measuring quality and performance.
Like performance testing in a CI pipeline. Expect some variation, but see improvement with better design.
Precisely. And there are lots of types. Textual evils checking accuracy, spotting hallucinations, faithfulness, completeness, relevance, tone, all that. Then classification labeling evils, agent tool usage evils. Did it call the right tool at the right time?
And prompt engineering evils, how sensitive is it? How robust against weird input?
And beyond the automated stuff, A/B testing with real users, human review. Absolutely vital for catching those tricky, nuanced issues.
Okay, so evils check quality. What about protecting them? Security.
That's where agent middleware comes in, acting like a perimeter.
Especially for guardrails.
Sanitizing input, protecting against prompt injection.
Yes, stopping users hijacking the agent, also blocking PII disclosure, or just keeping chats on topic to save compute costs.
And security through obscurity, not really an option anymore.
Less and less viable as agents get smarter, which leads to authentication and authorization. 2 layers.
Layer 1, what resources can the agent access? Databases, APIs.
Right, layer 2, which users can access the agent.
Critical when agents handle sensitive data or actions. Needs serious investment in getting permissions right. So considering all these layers, evils, guardrails, it raises a key question. What are the key elements for agentic design to achieve success with deployment and maintenance updates? Seems like you need a really solid strategy here. Absolutely. And deployment itself. Well, right now it's kind of the Heroku era for agents, as some say.
Meaning packaged into web servers, Docker images, deployed on scaling platforms.
Pretty much. But agent workloads can be long-running, resource-hungry.
Which can cause timeouts on serverless platforms built for quick bursts?
Exactly. And the bundle sizes can get big, affecting deployment speed, cold starts. So the strong recommendation, especially for businesses, is managed platforms with good auto-scaling. They handle the infrastructure headaches.
Makes sense. Let the platform worry about scaling.
And specifically for code generation agents, extra safety needed.
Feedback loops are good there. Agent writes code, runs it, analyzes, retries.
Yeah, incredibly powerful, but only within strict sandboxing, isolated environments.
To prevent disasters like ARM-R.
Absolutely critical. Plus, integrating things like linters, static analysis, gives the agent ground truth feedback to write better, safer, more maintainable code.
So following all that, with these complex systems' potential holes, how can we make agentic AI solutions truly safe and secure for widespread adoption? It feels like a constant race, doesn't it?
You're listening to OOTO-TV with research by author Paul Bolo.
So let's try and pull all this together from our OOTO-TV investigation today. The core idea. AI agents are this powerful dynamic layer on top of LLMs, moving way beyond simple interactions. They're becoming intelligent, task-focused systems like digital employees, really. It's a shift from just using AI to genuinely collaborating with it.
And the big takeaways from our exploration. First, foundation is everything right, LLM, masterful prompt engineering. That guides the behavior. Second, Robust agents need those meticulously designed tools and sophisticated memory. For context, for complex execution. Third, the really tough problems. Need structured workflows, maybe multi-agent coordination for predictability and scale. And finally, quality and security demand, constant vigilance, diligent evils, strong guardrails, thoughtful deployment.
Yeah, and you see those recurring themes, don't you? Iterative development always refining. The push for standards like MCP, A2A, to connect everything in this growing ecosystem,
Yeah.
and that constant balancing act, giving agents flexibility versus ensuring control and predictability. Agentic design isn't just jargon, it's genuinely reshaping how businesses solve problems. New levels of automation, insight, efficiency.
Absolutely. And for you listening, what's really key to remember is, yes, the field is moving incredibly fast. That eternal September of AI feeling, it's real. Everyone's learning constantly. But focusing on these core principles, we discuss detailed tools, effective memory, structured workflows, tough evils, strong security that gives you a stable framework. They're your anchors for building lasting, successful agentic solutions. Helps you navigate this exciting space with more confidence.
And looking ahead, here's a final thought to chew on. The source material flags agent learning and synthetic evils as what's next. Right now, feedback loops run through human programmers. But what does agentic design look like when agents can truly learn, adapt, even self-improve their own designs and evils without us constantly intervening? Will that eternal September ever end? Or just morph into something even more complex, more exhilarating, maybe more autonomous? It's quite a future to consider.